The act of creating and my relationship with it is the closest thing I have to true love. But recently, over the past couple of years, intertwining my passion for creation with social media has made it all feel so dead. And this is only a very recent realization. These last 2 years, creating and relaying whatever has been created to the social media platforms has been a normal and frequent practice for me. Throughout these years, and after countless times of hitting the post button, the moment I close my phone or laptop, I am instantly struck with a deep but subtle nagging feeling of emptiness and even a little bit of inadequacy. Most of the time I bury these feelings, but there are occasions where I take a brief moment to dig in and ask why. Why does something I love so deeply leave me with this feeling of emptiness and inadequacy? The things you love are supposed to fulfill you, contribute to your growth, whether that be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, creatively, and to simplify it, make you a more complete being. This prophecy of fulfillment couldn't be further from the truth when it comes to my relationship with the creative act. And that's really how I view this, as a mutual relationship between myself and the force of creativity. And I understand all relationships have their ups and downs and even moments of severe turmoil, but at this point, I've been going on 2 years of feeling a lack of fulfillment in this relationship or dance with creativity. In any typical relationship, that's more than enough time to justify turning away and leaving it all behind. But I can't and won't do that. The act of creating, consciously creating, or capturing and transforming materials is one of the highest and most unique pursuits to man. Turning my back on it would only leave me feeling like a coward. So again, I find myself asking why. Why have I been feeling such dissatisfaction in this bond? After some surface level digging, I came to the conclusion that the hollowness within me and my creative endeavors was due to a feeling of lack. So how do you fix that? It seems pretty simple, right? I mean, you feel empty, you feel a void. The logical thinking is you just need more. So in my case, I figured I would just create more and be more rapid in the things I am pumping out. More photography, more videos, more paintings. And after some time of doing this, I realized it still all feels so dead. The essence has been ripped out of whatever I am trying to capture or display. The physical material is there in surplus, but it's all void of spirit. So if more isn't the answer, then what is? How can I repair this connection between myself and the creative process? After truly reflecting, I think it all relates back to what I said earlier. It's less about my relationship with creativity and more about this polyamorous relationship between myself, creation, and the double-edged sword of social media. This is all personal and anecdotal. Maybe you guys can't relate, but for me, social media seems to be the nuisance middleman between myself and the creative process. It's not necessarily the platforms themselves, but the engagement or lack thereof that comes with it that's been causing me problems. For whatever reason, over the past few years, I've been equating success with likes, shares, engagement, and popularity. There might be some truth to that, but for me, I'm beginning to realize that the pursuit for that version of success has left me and my art spiritually void. When I'm taking an honest look back, there has been moments where the lack of engagement has led me to break off certain artistic styles or themes that I should have most definitely pursued. And on the other hand, I can account for times when increased engagement encouraged me to stick to a certain style or a theme to the point where I'm stuck in it, helplessly chasing after that initial engagement. Our brains are susceptible to pursuing pleasure, some more than others, mine being vary, and these apps along with their reward systems prey on that. I've been doing my best to change my perspective on this whole situation, and how I've been doing that is by 1, not even using these apps. Yes, I will post, but I'm not logging back on to scroll, and more importantly, not getting sucked into the slot machine simulation of refreshing for likes. And 2, by breaking down what a like or any type of engagement is in its simplest form and how insignificant it is. Think about when you're using social media, or better yet, when you're in a room full of family members or friends and you're watching them locked into their infinite scroll. Take a closer look. They're slouched, eyes glazed over, breathing audibly out of their mouth, and maybe, if you look close enough, just get a little bit closer, you'll start to see some drool slip out. And there they are, just staring at this box of light, just scrolling, tapping, and don't get me wrong, I am guilty of this too, but why would I let something as mindless as that affect an act as divine as creativity? Going forward, I am changing my definition of a successful creation. It's not going to be based on engagement, it's going to strictly follow the principles I have laid out for myself, which are truth, intuition, the intuitive feeling of what I know to be right, and the most important one, deep listening. Listening to my partner in this whole thing, which is the force of creativity. I hope by abiding by this philosophy, I can cultivate my relationship with creativity back to a healthy place where the dance is more fluid and it feels like true love again. Peace.